Have you ever wondered how a poor boy from a small town in South Carolina became the Godfather of Soul? Our story begins in the year 1933, in a small wooden shack in Barnwell, South Carolina. Here, James Joseph Brown was born into a world of poverty and hardship. Yet, even as a child, he found solace in the soul-stirring rhythms of gospel music. It was these early experiences that would later shape his unique style and electrifying performances. As a young man, James Brown found himself in trouble with the law. But it was within the confines of a prison cell that he discovered his true calling. At a prison talent show, he dazzled the crowd with his soulful voice and charismatic stage presence. It was the first glimpse of the legend he would become. Against all odds, James Brown's journey from a prison cell to the stage was nothing short of extraordinary. James Brown didn't just make music, he transformed it. In the vibrant landscape of the 1950s and 60s, Brown emerged as a meteoric force, his raw energy and relentless passion setting him apart from his contemporaries. His performances were electrifying, his music pulsating with a rhythm that was uniquely his own. He didn't merely sing, he commanded the stage, every note, every move, every beat echoing with his indomitable spirit. Brown was a collaborator, his genius laying not just in his own talent, but in his ability to bring out the best in those around him. Working with musicians like Bobby Bird, he honed his sound, a unique blend of rhythm and blues, gospel and jazz that evolved into a genre all its own, funk. With its heavy bass lines, syncopated drums and rhythmic grooves, funk was the heartbeat of a generation, and James Brown was its architect. But Brown wasn't just a musician, he was a social activist. At a time when the country was grappling with the civil rights movement, Brown used his music as a platform for change. His iconic song, "Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud," became an anthem for a generation fighting for equality. It wasn't just a song, it was a statement, a declaration of pride and identity that resonated with millions. James Brown was more than a performer, he was an innovator and a social activist. His music didn't just make people dance, it gave them a voice. It told a story of struggle and triumph, of resilience and pride. And through it all, Brown remained the hardest working man in show business. His unyielding dedication to his craft a testament to his passion and commitment. His legacy is not just in the music he created but in the lives he touched and the world he changed. Because James Brown didn't just make music, he made history. What makes a legend? Is it the music or is it the impact of that music on future generations? In the case of James Brown, it's undeniably both. From the raw intensity of his performances to the soulful depth of his voice, Brown not only revolutionized music in his time but also paved the way for countless artists who followed in his footsteps. The Godfather of Soul left a profound mark on a variety of music genres. His unique fusion of gospel, blues, and rhythm and blues birthed a whole new genre, funk. This innovative style, characterized by syncopated beats and a heavy focus on bass lines, would go on to influence a myriad of artists and genres, from rock and roll to hip-hop. Brown's influence extends well beyond the realm of music. He was a cultural icon who used his platform to champion civil rights and social justice. His empowering anthems became the soundtrack to a generation demanding change, echoing far beyond the confines of concert halls and radio waves. Yet, like many great artists, Brown's life was not without its share of struggles. He grappled with complicated relationships and faced numerous legal troubles. His personal life was often in turmoil, a stark contrast to the charisma and energy he exuded on stage. These struggles, however, never overshadowed his musical genius. His resilience in the face of adversity served as another testament to his impact. Despite the challenges he faced, Brown continued to produce music that resonated with people across the globe. He never let his personal struggles dictate his professional life. Instead, he used them as fuel for his art. Through his music, Brown taught us that it's possible to rise above adversity, to create beauty out of pain. He showed us that music can be a powerful tool for change, a language that transcends barriers and unites people. Despite the struggles, James Brown's influence on the world of music is undeniable. His legacy continues to reverberate through the rhythms of today's music, reminding us of the power and potential that lies within each soulful groove. The final years of James Brown were a testament to his enduring spirit. Despite the challenges he faced, Brown's dedication to his craft never wavered. His last performances were as electrifying as ever, the Godfather of Soul pouring every ounce of his energy into the rhythm and the beat. His music, a force that transcended the stage, found its way into the hearts of the people, speaking to them in ways words could not. But James Brown was not just an entertainer. He was a man who believed in giving back to the community that had given him so much. His philanthropic efforts were as legendary as his music. He invested in educational initiatives and outreach programs, understanding the power of education in breaking the chains of poverty. He believed in the potential of every child and worked tirelessly to provide opportunities for them to shine. However, the end of the journey came for James Brown on Christmas Day, 2006. It was a day of great sorrow but also a day of reflection. The world mourned the loss of a legend, a man whose music had transcended borders and barriers, bridging gaps and healing wounds. But in his passing, the world also celebrated a life incredibly lived, a legacy that would live on. In the years following his death, James Brown has received numerous posthumous honors and tributes. His music continues to be celebrated, his songs still played, his influence still felt. Artists across generations and genres acknowledge the impact he has had on their work, testifying to the timeless nature of his sound. James Brown may have left us, but his music lives on, inspiring generations to come. His soulful rhythms continue to echo, reminding us of the power of music to move, to heal, to uplift. His life was a symphony of highs and lows, a testament to the enduring spirit of a man who refused to be defined by his circumstances. James Brown, the immortal soul, continues to dance in the rhythm of our hearts, his music a timeless testament to the power of soul. So, how do we remember James Brown? We remember him as more than just a musician, but as an institution of rhythm and soul. A man who rose from the shackles of poverty to become a beacon of resilience, a symbol of unyielding determination, and a testament to the transformative power of music. James Brown was a revolutionary, a visionary, a pioneer. His innovative style and electrifying performances redefined the landscape of music. With every beat, every note, every lyric, he painted a vivid tapestry of soul and funk that transcended boundaries of race, culture, and time. His influence extends far beyond the confines of his own discography. He laid the groundwork for entire genres. Funk, R&B, hip-hop, their roots can be traced back to the soulful rhythms of James Brown. His music became the heartbeat of a generation, a soundtrack to the civil rights movement, a voice for those who were often unheard. And today, his legacy endures. It's in the rich tapestry of contemporary music, in artists who continue to sample his beats, emulate his style, and strive to capture even a fraction of his unparalleled energy. It's in the fans who still groove to his classics, who find solace, joy, and empowerment in his music. But more than any accolade, any title, any record, James Brown's enduring legacy lies in his indomitable spirit. In the face of adversity, he chose resilience. In the face of injustice, he chose to stand tall. And in the face of a world often marred by division, he chose to unite people through the universal language of music. So, when we remember James Brown, we don't just remember a musician. We remember a force of nature, a trailblazer, a man who dared to dream and dared to disrupt. James Brown, the Godfather of Soul, a legend whose rhythm continues to resonate with the soulful groove of life. From a small town in South Carolina to the world stage, James Brown's journey was a soulful rhythm that will never fade. His vibrant energy, innovative style, and relentless perseverance have inspired countless artists, and his music continues to touch the hearts of millions around the globe. So let's keep the rhythm alive. Dive deeper into James Brown's music, explore his story, feel the soulful grooves he created. Each beat, each note, each lyric holds a piece of history, a piece of a man who transcended boundaries and left a lasting impact on the world of music. And as we wrap up this journey through the life and legacy of the Godfather of Soul, I want to express my sincere gratitude. Thank you for your subscriptions, comments, and continued support. Each one of you is acknowledged and appreciated. Your support fuels the creation of more content. Stay tuned and keep the rhythm alive.